Back in 2021, I was able to build my dream gaming PC with the RTX 3070 at that time. I know it wasn't the 80 series or the 90 series card, and I had such good time with that system playing all the latest AAA games on ultra settings. But now in 2025, I still have that system. I still use it daily, and I see it struggling with the latest AAA games. I mean, forget about ultra settings. Even some games on high and medium settings struggle running on this GPU. The reason is not that the RTX 3070 is not a powerful GPU. I think it's a really powerful GPU capable of handling even the latest AAA games. But the thing that kills its performance is the 8 gigabytes of VRAM. It's widely known that 8 gigs is no longer enough in 2025 if you're targeting a 1440p resolution. And when I saw Nvidia's announcement of the RTX 5060 and the 5060 Ti, I was shocked that Nvidia, the company who builds GPUs, I am pretty sure they know that 1440p gaming is no longer feasible on an 8 gigabyte GPU. They still release an 8 gigabyte variant of that GPU and they call it a 1440p card. I just have one request to anyone who's trying to build a PC in 2025. Just don't buy the 8 gigabyte variants. I know getting a GPU at MSRP is just not possible. MSRP is a myth nowadays, but even if you can find these GPUs at MSRP, please don't buy them. Going in the future, you'll definitely regret your decision. And ponying up just a bit more money for the 16 gigabyte variant just makes a lot more sense for the 5060 Ti. And I know even that GPU is not going to be available for the MSRP of 429. So one of my friends wanted to go into PC gaming. He wanted to build his own PC for a long time, and finally he decided to pull the trigger. And what he thought was that he can just go into a store and build a gaming PC under $1,000. That's what his budget is. But that's just no longer the case. Even if you want to get a 70 series card, I mean 75% of your budget is gonna go to just the GPU, leaving with just $250 for rest of the components, and you'll have to sacrifice a lot over there. So I knew right away that going with the Nvidia or AMD GPUs is no longer an option for a budget gaming system. Sure, if you wanna spend close to $2,000, you can go with any of these options, but making a sub 1000 gaming system that doesn't sacrifice on other components, it's really tough with these ones. So my natural inclination was just buy a console, right? I mean, you can play all the games, you don't have to fiddle with settings and stuff like that. But unfortunately, consoles can just do gaming and PC can do so much more for you. And I personally thought building a good PC with the latest components in that budget range would not have been possible until I got my hands on this thing. Since AMD and Nvidia have been targeting the mid and the high end section of the markets, the budget section is just left with no choice, with no modern GPU for budget gamers at all. But I think Intel stepped in at the right time. The pricing of this GPU is so awesome. I was surprised to see performance that rivals the performance of my 3070. It even exceeds that in some games, and it doesn't have that limitation of 8 gigs of VRAM. This one comes with the 12 gigs of VRAM. So to any budget gamers out there, I know even getting this GPU, especially the Founders Edition that Intel makes that has $250 MSRP, is really tough. This Sparkle Edition we got from the closest Micro Center to us, and I know Micro Center is not an option for a lot of you folks out there, and we had to pay close to $300 to get this GPU, but still at that price, I think this is one of the best budget offerings that you can get. So of course, all the part shopping of this budget build was done in Micro Center, and we took advantage of the bundles that they have for the CPU, motherboard, and the RAM combos that they give. So I went with the 9700X combo that they have. I could have saved $40 more and gone with the 7700X. So that's something that you can do to even save more money. But I think he wanted the latest and the greatest. So just going with the 9700X with just a $40 difference didn't bother him a lot, and it was still in the budget that we've had set for our system. Also, some of the choices in this build are particularly expensive. You can get away with really cheaper components. If you're really gunning for, let's say, sub $900 system, you can easily do it with the same specs. So yeah, we went with the 9700X bundle that comes with the Gigabyte B650 Gaming X AX V2 motherboard. This is an awesome motherboard. I think it has all the necessary things that you need to use. And the RAM that we went with was the 16 by 2 32 gigs of DDR5 from G.Skill Flare X. The drive that we went with was the newly released 990 Evo Plus from Samsung. Samsung makes one of the best drives in the business, and they are known for the reliability. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and I'll see you guys in the next one.